Hey guys, welcome to this course, the 5 Commandments to Maximal Muscle. And before we start getting into this course, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Tim Ernst, and I'm the founder of turnaroundfitness.com. And I've also just recently did a transformation contest, which landed me a spot on the first ever Vince Del Monte Pro Team. You may not know who Vince Del Monte is, but he's pretty big on YouTube. All you have to do is just type his name in. You'll see all kinds of videos from Vince. And I'm actually part of his team. I actually won a transformation contest. There were 60 guys that were in the contest, and he narrowed it down to only 12 guys. He only wanted 12 guys to represent his brand. And here I am today. I've actually was able to lose 22 pounds of fat, build muscle at the same time. And now that I've learned certain methods, I want to go ahead and give them back to you. So I definitely want to give these things to you guys, so that way if you have a desire to want to change your physique, this course is really going to help you. But before we get into this course, I just want to tell you that I myself have a workout program that you can try out. It's 180muscle.com. So just make sure to remember that link, 180muscle.com. And it's a great program if you're looking to do your own transformation. Just like I did my transformation, this program will set you up to get bigger and stronger, lose fat, build muscle at the same time. But if you're someone who's struggling to gain weight, this program will also help you as well. It'll help you to build that lean muscle that everybody desires. Now, what this course is about, it's a very basic course that's going to lay the foundation of what you need to know to start getting in the best shape of your life. So this is for people who are thinking about working out. They're starting to go to the gym, but they're kind of not sure what to do. So this is what this course is going to do. It's just going to lay the foundation, and it'll help you get started in the right direction. So with that being said, there's going to be 2 parts to this lecture. The first part is going to be about how to gain weight and build muscle. The second part will be how to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. So depending on your goals, you're going to want to watch both lectures. So for this first one, there's been a lot of new scientific studies that have been proven to help you build muscle and gain weight at the same time. So a lot of people do it the wrong way. They do like a dirty bulk, and they end up bulking up so big that they end up getting fat as a result. But there is actually a very, very smart way to build muscle without the fat. So this is for you guys who want to build muscle as much as you can. And so here we go. So the first thing you want to realize about nutrition, in years past, they say you need to eat every 2 to 3 hours of food to maintain your muscle mass. And for some of you guys who are really, really struggling to gain weight, you may want to do that. But the science has kind of turned a little bit, and eating 2 to 3 hours isn't really necessary. What's really, really necessary is how many calories you're getting. That is the biggest mistake I see most of these hard gainers make, or guys who have trouble gaining weight, is that they'll tell me that they're eating a lot, but then when I ask them what it is that they're eating, I found out they're not eating nowhere near the amount of calories that they need to build muscle. You have to have calories to build muscle. That's a fact. You have to do it. So I would make sure that you're getting enough calories. Now, in order to do that, here's a little formula. Very simple. Get on the scale, see how much you weigh, and start with taking your body weight and multiplying by 17. Okay, whatever that number is, that's how many calories you're going to need to consume in order to start gaining weight and building muscle. So you're going to want to do that for 2 or 3 weeks. Then you're going to get on the scale again, see where you're at, and then take your body weight and multiply it by 18. Do that for 2 or 3 weeks. After that, do your body weight, multiply by 19, all the way up until you're up to 20. So say, for example, say you're a 200-pound guy and you're already eating times 20, that's going to be 4,000 calories a day. You're going to need to eat 4,000 calories a day every single day to continue building muscle. So wherever your starting point is, just take your body weight, multiply it by 17, keep doing that every 2 or 3 weeks, and then that number will start to increase. It'll be times 18, then 19, then 20. So make sense? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that if you really want to build muscle as quickly as you can, post-nutrition is going to be far more important than before you work out. It's not, you want to eat some things in the morning, but you don't want to eat a whole lot. You're really going to benefit from after training. Okay, so my recommendation is that Well, let me just go back. One of the best times to work out is preferably in the afternoon. Now, I know some of you guys, a schedule may not allow for that. You may have to work out in the morning before work or really, really late in the evening. I'm just giving you the most optimal way so you can try it out. So typically, when I train, I go about 2 to 3 p.m. and then I'll take my protein shake 30 minutes after my workout, and then I wait a whole hour before I actually start consuming food. Now, there's a big misconception that you gotta have your protein shake within 15 minutes or you're gonna lose all your gains. That's not true. There really isn't no such thing as a nutrition window as long as you get that nutrition in sometime after the workout. You don't wanna wait too long, but a recommendation is that you can have your protein shake anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour after your workout. Then you wanna wait a whole nother hour and have your food. And that is the best time where you're gonna be able to build muscle is your post-nutrition. And typically you're gonna wanna eat a lot of your protein, of course, because that's responsible for building muscle, but you're gonna wanna eat a lot of carbohydrates. Especially for you guys that have trouble gaining weight, make sure you're getting enough carbohydrates in your diet, okay? If you're not getting enough of that, it's gonna be very hard to refill your muscles with glucose. And what that does is it gives you energy to perform in the gym. If you're on a very, very low carb diet, so this is for you guys that want to lose weight, your energy levels are going to be low, but you're actually going to have more energy if you have a lot of stored fat, because you can actually use fat for energy or you can use carbohydrates for energy depending on where you are with your body. So if you're kind of heavy and you have a lot of weight on you, you could skip on the carbs and just use the fat on your body as energy, and you'll start to drop weight very, very fast. So that's it for this lecture, guys. I just wanted to say that, in order to build muscle, you got to get your calories in. Number one, calories. You got to get enough calories. Make sure you're eating most of your food post-workout. Unless you're a really, really hard gainer and you're having trouble gaining weight, you're going to want to eat before working out. But just one tip, don't eat an hour before you work out and eat a bunch of carbohydrates, because here's what happens. I know I said carbohydrates turns to energy, but the other thing that carbs does is it turns to sugar. And yes, you may have energy for a little while, but then what happens when you have too much sugar in your system? You crash. You ever notice when you had carbohydrates right before the gym, you kind of felt like you had some energy, but then as you started working out, you started getting real sluggish and you started having, experiencing a little bit of brain fog? That can happen, okay? That's what carbohydrates will do. It'll actually slow your progress. You'll lose that energy that you had in the beginning. It'll start to actually crash and it'll decline. So that's just one tip I want to tell you. I typically start off with like a protein fat breakfast. That's the main thing that I do because I want to stay lean and shredded all year round. So I don't eat carbohydrates at all before my workout. I only consume them afterwards. Okay guys, stay tuned for lecture 2. We're going to be talking to you guys who actually want to shed some fat and build muscle at the same time.